PulseChain and PulseX is launched, and now the question on everybody's mind is PulseChain versus PulseX. Which one will perform better? In this video, we'll address these questions by first examining what we already know, thereby establishing our current position. So, if you want to know everything about PulseChain and PulseX and their price potential once launched, make sure you watch this video all the way through. But before going further, it's important to know that this video is for informational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to stay up to date with our latest videos. Now, let's get started. However, which one will perform well in the short term, PulseChain or PulseX? We will get into its details in a minute. But before that, make sure to like the video and subscribe to Crypto Pulse to never miss the content on Pulse ecosystem. Now, we believe that a layer 1 can outperform a decentralized exchange because it's easier for people to understand. However, isn't the opportunity for decentralized exchanges when people can't understand them? The past bull market has shown that those who understood Ethereum and decentralized exchanges had the most gains. Decentralized exchanges are one of the most significant innovations of the past bull market and probably the most practical innovation built on top of Ethereum, except for maybe Hex. They're going to play a big role in the future of finance. So let's consider PulseX as the moonrunner. It might do the 10,000x. PulseChain's record can also be very surprising, but we believe that PulseX can reach this goal faster than PulseChain. Everyone is trying to be reasonable like PulseChain, but we don't believe it's going to do a 10,000x since everyone already knows about it. PulseX, on the other hand, may do a 10 or 50x or even 100x on day one if we're lucky. So let's keep an eye on PulseX, and who knows, it might do the 10,000x after all. So what do we know about PulseChain? In case you've forgotten, here are the goals of PulseChain. The first goal is to increase the value of Ethereum while reducing its costs by sharing the load. PulseChain will make unpriced use cases possible and bring the Ethereum system state and ERC20s, rewarding holders and founders of Ethereum-based projects. The second goal is to enrich ERC20 and NFT users through the largest airdrop in history. Thousands of Ethereum-based tokens and NFTs are receiving their free versions of PulseChain, which will discover the value of thousands of tokens and NFTs on PulseChain. Now is the chance to become a whale in some ERC20 or NFT. The third goal is to be easy to use. Your MetaMask wallet works simply, and you only have to change one setting to access PulseChain. ETH holders can trade for free with freemium PLS. The fourth goal is to reduce PulseChain fees and serve more users. PulseChain is 17% faster than Ethereum with 10-second blocks instead of 12. The fifth goal is to eliminate pollution. By replacing proof-of-work miners with proof-of-stake validators, PulseChain does not burn or waste energy, making it environmentally friendly. But we must keep in mind that with the recent merger, Ethereum has moved from proof-of-work to proof-of-stake. It has therefore also become non-polluting. And since Ethereum became POS, its max supply has been fixed. The circulating supply is over 121 million ETH tokens in the maximum. So Ethereum has become even more interesting than ever. But anyway, back to the main topic. We were talking about PulseChain's goals. The sixth goal is to improve game theory. PulseChain reduces PLS issuance by 25% per block compared to Ethereum. The seventh and final goal is to empower PulseChain holders. PulseChain's native PLS token can be used to activate validators to earn PLS and help secure the network. And according to the website PulseChain.com, you can become a validator for 32 million TPLS. So, as you've noticed, PulseChain's goals are many, and the ones we've just mentioned are just a few that we know of. The Pulse network offers interoperability bridging, allowing for the exchange of ETH on Pulse and PLS on Ethereum. It's also possible to establish bridges with other smart contract-enabled networks. To send ETH from Ethereum to PulseChain, one can transfer it to the Pulse Bridge contract, which will issue Ethereum ETH on the PulseChain at a 1:1 ratio. Similarly, PLS from PulseChain can be sent to the ETH Bridge contract on PulseChain, which will lock it and emit PLS from PulseChain on the Ethereum network at a 1:1 ratio. This process can also be applied to ERC20 tokens. Regardless, Pulse and PulseX projects really have a lot to offer. And if you missed the sacrifice phase of PulseChain and PulseX, make sure to use the faucet to get free tokens before the launch. With testnet v4 now live and the mainnet launch coming soon, there are exciting times ahead. Remember, you can log into the testnet v4 using MetaMask by following the instructions on the website. The launch of PulseChain is just around the corner, so make sure to hit the like and share buttons if you found this video useful. PulseChain, the much-hyped blockchain project from the founder of Hex, Richard Hart, is finally live. And what a start it has had. In just 14 hours after its launch, PulseX tokens worth over $1 million have already been burnt. The volume on the platform has reached an astonishing $12.35 billion, with liquidity crossing $69.40 billion mark in less than 24 hours. That's simply mind-blowing. It's clear that the PulseChain launch has been met with overwhelming support from the crypto community. Richard Hart recently announced the launch of PulseChain and PulseX on Twitter, and within a short span of approximately 14 hours, PulseX has seen impressive trading volume with over 12.86 billion PulseX tokens burned through the buy and burn function, according to the official website. And if you look on the website, you will see that the current price of the PulseX token which is 0.04893, seems to be unsupported, and a clearer picture of the value of PLS and PulseX tokens can be expected only after the launch of the PulseChain bridge. When trading on PulseX, it is important to set cautious slippage limits to avoid potential losses due to sandwich bots. There are a lot more informative videos coming on PulseChain, including step-by-step tutorials, so make sure to subscribe to the channel to not miss anything important. One potential risk to keep in mind when using PulseChain is the possibility of impermanent loss when providing liquidity to the network. Overall, PulseChain represents an exciting new development in the world of cryptocurrency and decentralized finance. Impermanent loss occurs when the value of the tokens in a liquidity pool shifts relative to one another, resulting in a loss for the liquidity provider. This is a risk that exists in any liquidity provision strategy, but it's especially important to be aware of when dealing with a new and potentially volatile network like PulseChain. By providing users with new opportunities to explore and experiment with DeFi products and protocols. However, it's important to approach any new network or platform with caution and to do your own research before investing or participating. It has the potential to unlock new levels of innovation and growth in this space.